Like most people out there, I enjoy playing a Nintendo Switch, but I always get nervous to put it in the dock because I do not want to scratch my screen. And that is why I decided to switch to this aftermarket dock, because come on, let's be real, who else here hates the Nintendo Switch dock?
Me, Mario!
I purchased this dock on eBay for $6.57. Let's take a look at what comes inside the box. There is a black and a red version. I decided to go with the red version, but as soon as I saw it, I regretted it. It is a really ugly red. The good thing about this dock, besides it not coming with a manual, is that it is solely just a shell, so you don't have to worry about breaking your Switch as you will be using the original circuit board. Here's the shell, which is actually very precisely cut. They include all the screws and screwdrivers that you need, but I highly recommend you use your own screwdrivers because the ones they include are really crappy. One more thing is that they do not include a tri-wing screwdriver, which you will need, so be aware of that. Let's begin with the process. Grab your Nintendo Switch dock and turn it around. Pull this piece down to reveal the screws we need to remove. There are a total of 8 tri-wing screws to be removed here. After you remove those, this piece will just come off. There are no cables attached to it, so don't worry about breaking anything here. Now this is going to reveal the circuit board. There is a ribbon cable we need to be very careful with. Be aware that there are 2 pins holding down the circuit board that you will want to push to the left after removing the ribbon cable to release the circuit board. To remove the ribbon cable, there is a little tab holding it down. I found it very easy to release this tab with a guitar pick. Make sure the tab is all the way up. Carefully release the ribbon cable, but be careful not to pull the circuit board too hard because there is a cable on the other side. Now this cable is a little bit more difficult to release, but with a few jiggles it will come off. Be patient and careful not to damage anything. Now the circuit board has been released. Let's set it aside for a minute. On this other part of the Switch dock, there are 3 Phillips screwdrivers that need to be removed. After those are removed, there are an additional 6 Phillips screws that also need to be removed. Once all those screws are removed, we can now lift up this piece, very carefully not to damage the ribbon cable or the light cable. Now we need to remove the actual connector. There are some springs that we do not need, but I recommend you do not lose them in case you want to go back to the original Nintendo Switch dock. There are 4 Phillips screws to be removed. After you remove them, carefully release this piece. The springs will be loose, so be careful not to drop them. These things are very easy to lose. Now we need to remove this little piece of paper-like material. Do it without ripping it off. This will not reveal the 2 screws holding down the connector. Remove them. Once removed, you can simply take this connector out. Next, grab the top part of the shell and flip it upside down. Grab the circuit board and place it in the shell. Line up the USB ports and HDMI port to the shell so you know you are doing it correctly. It will be very self-explanatory here. Next, we have 3 screws we need to put to secure the circuit board to the shell. The 3 screws we need are the biggest ones they include in the kit. Now grab the ribbon cable and put it back in the connector. Make sure the blue part is facing up and the ribbon cable is put inside the connector. Push the tab down to secure the ribbon cable. It is important to put the ribbon cable first, otherwise you will struggle a lot putting the connector through the hole. Making sure not to pull the ribbon cable too hard, put the dock connector through the hole. You will then line up these two screw holes. Grab the smallest screws they include in the kit and put them on. Next, we need to fold the ribbon cable. The trick here is to make sure that the ribbon cable is not pulling from either end, and also to fold it very carefully. Grab the bottom part of the shell and line it up to close the whole shell. This part should also be very self-explanatory. Once we have the shell lined up, grab 4 more big screws and put them here to secure the shell. This shell is very precisely cut. I highly recommend it. It gives you nice access to all of the ports of the circuit board, as you can see. Last, we are going to put these rubber feet, which are included in the kit. My only complaint is the color, and why did they name it the Super Switch? I have no idea. At least now you won't have to worry about scratching your Nintendo Switch. So this is what it looks like all around. I do recommend purchasing this dock, but I would definitely go with the black version. Thank you for watching. I encourage you to critique my videos so that I can improve and make better content. Enjoy your Nintendo Switch dock. See you later.